welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into the top stocks you should consider buying and how to safeguard your money from inflation. Let me tell you, this inflationary environment, it's a real bear. But don't you worry, because we're going to fight back with stocks that can outrun those rising prices. We're talking about real companies, with real earnings and real growth potential. Not some speculative meme stocks that are here today, gone tomorrow. We're talking about building wealth, the old-fashioned way, with companies that make things, sell things, and do things that people want. So buckle up because we're about to take a wild ride through the market, looking for the best stocks that can help you beat inflation and come out ahead. Are you ready? Let's do it. First up, we're talking blue chip stocks. These are the big dogs, the companies that have been around for decades, weathering every storm. They're like the rocks of Gibraltar in a sea of market uncertainty. We're talking about companies like Coca-Cola, Johnson & Johnson, and Procter & Gamble. These companies sell products that people need and use every single day, no matter what's happening in the economy. That means consistent earnings, consistent dividends, and consistent growth. In times of inflation, you want to own companies that can pass along those rising costs to consumers. And guess what? Blue chip companies have the pricing power to do just that. They're not going to get squeezed by inflation, they're going to power through it. Next up, we're talking about dividend-paying stocks. These are the companies that pay you cold hard cash just for owning their stock. That's right, they share their profits with you, quarter after quarter, year after year. And when inflation is eating away at your purchasing power, those dividend checks can feel like a real lifesaver. It's like getting a pay raise just for being a shareholder. Who doesn't love that? We're talking about companies like AT&T, Verizon, and ExxonMobil. These companies have a long history of paying dividends, and they're not about to stop now. They're committed to rewarding their shareholders, and that makes them a great investment in any market, especially an inflationary one. Chapter 3. Growth Stocks, Outpacing Inflation with Innovation. Now let's talk about growth stocks. These are the companies that are on the cutting edge, the innovators, the disruptors. They're growing their earnings and revenue at a faster rate than the overall market, and that makes them a powerful force to be reckoned with. We're talking about companies like Amazon, Google, and Tesla. These companies are changing the world, and their stocks have the potential to generate outsized returns. Sure, growth stocks can be more volatile than other types of stocks, but their long-term potential is undeniable. When you buy a growth stock, you're buying a piece of the future. And in an inflationary environment, you want to own companies that are growing faster than the rate of inflation. Chapter 4. Utility Stocks, the steady eddy of your portfolio. Let's not forget about utility stocks. These are the companies that provide essential services like electricity, gas, and water. They're not flashy, but they're reliable. People always need these services regardless of what's happening in the economy. That makes utility stocks a great defensive play, especially during times of uncertainty. We're talking about companies like Duke Energy, Dominion Energy, and NextEra Energy. These companies provide a steady stream of income, and their stocks tend to be less volatile than the overall market. Chapter 5. Precious Metals, Inflation's Worst Enemy. Finally, let's talk about precious metals, specifically gold. Gold has been a store of value for thousands of years. It's a tangible asset, unlike stocks and bonds, and it has historically held its value during times of inflation. When the value of paper money declines, the price of gold tends to rise. That's because investors see gold as a safe haven, a way to protect their wealth from the ravages of inflation. Now, I'm not saying you should put all your eggs in the gold basket, but having some exposure to gold, whether it's through physical gold, gold ETFs, or gold mining stocks, can be a smart way to diversify your portfolio and hedge against inflation. That's the ticket. There you have it, folks. My take on the top stocks to buy now and beat inflation. Remember, investing is a marathon, not a sprint. Don't get caught up in the day-to-day noise. Stay focused on your long-term goals, and don't be afraid to buy when everyone else is selling. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more financial tips and investment advice. Stay smart and invest wisely.